in the United States in 2024, and a few interesting numismatic notes. The 20-cent euro coin is a small but fascinating piece of modern monetary history, introduced with the rest of the euro coin series when the euro currency and its coins entered circulation in 2002. The 20-cent occupies the middle of the small change spectrum and was created as part of a carefully planned family of 8 coin denominations intended to be both practical for daily transactions and symbolic of European unity. The common reverse side of the euro coins, including the 20 cent, was designed by Luc Lux of the Royal Belgian Mint and shows a motif that emphasizes Europe as a whole. Every euro coin also carries a national obverse side chosen by its issuing member state. So while the value in many security and shape features are the same across the euro area, the face people see in their pocket varies from country to country. Physically, the 20 cent stands out among coins because it is struck in the alloy known as Nordic gold, a copper-based brass alloy that does not actually contain gold, and has the distinctive Spanish flower, 12-lobed edge outline, a deliberate choice to make the coin tactilely and visually identifiable while preventing easy counterfeiting. Those design and material choices were driven by a need for durability. Coins that circulate heavily must withstand years of pocket and machine wear distinctiveness, so blind and sighted users can quickly identify denominations, and cost efficiency for mass production. From the moment the euro coins were introduced, the 20 cent circulated widely across the euro area in everyday transactions, from paying for small purchases to serving as change in vending machines and transit turnstiles. Because each issuing country places its own obverse design on the coin, the 20 cent also became an unintentional canvas for national identity, commemoration, and art, and collectors quickly developed an interest in assembling national sets that show how different countries interpret the same denomination. National designs have ranged from monarchs and national emblems to special commemorative portraiture and cultured motifs, and the European Central Bank and national mints periodically authorize new national or commemorative designs, meaning that even coins of the same year can vary visually across countries. Production practices vary by mint. Some countries mint enormous runs for domestic circulation while others strike smaller lots or even sell specially packaged uncirculated sets through their national mints, and these differences create collector niches and occasional rarity-driven value spikes on secondary markets. By the 2010s and into the 2020s, the 20 cent remained an everyday coin, but numismatists began to pay attention to certain years, mint marks, and error strikes, early trial strikes, unusual mint marks, and very low mintage. National issues can be worth substantially more than face value to collectors, and internet auction sites and specialist dealers now routinely list individual 20-cent pieces for sale to worldwide bidders. The coin's story also reflects changing European politics and culture. National sides have been updated when countries redesign their monarch portraits or commission commemorative runs. For example, some national mints introduced new portrait series or special issues in the early 2020s, and 2024 saw further national side changes and commemorative attention that collectors noticed. Outside Europe, particularly in the United States, interest in euro coins including the 20 cent has grown among hobbyists, travel souvenir collectors, and resellers. US-based auctions and online marketplaces frequently list euro coins from contemporary years, including 2024, both as circulated pieces for pocket change collectors and as mint condition items for completists, and sellers often ship European mintages worldwide to meet collector demand. That international trade means a typical narrative for a 20-cent coin might begin as pocket change in Madrid or Rome, be saved by a tourist, sold years later on an online auction to a US collector, and then end up framed in a binder or slabbed by a third-party grading service, a small object that travels and acquires layered human stories. Technically, 20-cent coins are robust. Nordic gold resists oxidation that would otherwise turn copper alloys dark, and the Spanish flower outline helps vending and counting machines handle them correctly. These functional aspects are why the denomination has continued as a practical part of the euro coin set, while some countries debate the future role of low-value coins more generally. For collectors, the things that raise interest and value are 1. Unusual mint marks or low mintage national issues. 2. Coins with die errors or misstrikes. 3. Earlier commemorative designs that were only produced briefly. And 4. Coins retained in pristine, uncirculated condition or in official mint sets. Finally, the 20 cent is a reminder that ordinary objects can hold complex stories. Economic planning, international design collaboration, national identity, minting technology, and the surprisingly global hobby of coin collecting, and even a single 20-cent piece from 2002 or 2024 can tell you about the place and moment it was made, how Europeans decided to represent themselves on tiny metal canvases, and how collectors and everyday users in distant places such as the United States have embraced the coin both for its face value and for the narrative value it accrues as it passes from hand to hand and from pocket to display album. The 20 euro cent coin is a small golden-colored circulation coin worth 1/5 of a euro. It's part of the family of euro cent coins introduced with the euro currency and used across the euro area. The coin's common reversed side, showing a map of Europe together with the denomination and the 12 stars of the European flag, was created to provide a unified face for all member states, while each issuing country struck its own national obverse side with country-specific imagery and the year of issue. The 20-cent piece has been minted for circulation since the launch of euro coins in 2002 and continues to be issued each year by Eurozone national mints for general use and as uncirculated sets. By 2023 dozens of national designs had been produced, because each member state selects figures, symbols or national motifs for its obverse. Physically, the 20-cent coin is notable for its Spanish flower shape, a round coin with 7 indents giving a flower-like outline. It is struck in an alloy called Nordic gold, a copper-based alloy copper, aluminium, zinc and tint that looks like gold but contains no actual gold, chosen for its color, wear resistance and non-magnetic properties. Typical specifications are a diameter of about 22.25 mm and a mass of about 5.74 grams. These dimensions and the distinctive shape make it easy to recognize by touch or sight in everyday transactions. Design changes and regulation. Euro coin designs have evolved slightly since introduction. The common side received a minor update in 2007 to reflect the EU's enlargement and to make the country borders less prominent. National sides sometimes change too, for example when a country updates its portrait of a head of state or issues a redesigned commemorative circulation series. Each member state's minting authority controls how many 20-cent coins it issues each year. Besides regular circulating strikes, mints also produce special mint sets, uncirculated proofs and occasionally commemorative designs that attract collectors. The European Central Bank (ECB) and national mints coordinate to ensure the coin's legal status across the euro area. 2023 and contemporary circulation. By 2023 the 20-cent coin remained a common everyday coin across euro countries. In 2023 several member states issued 20-cent coins bearing their current national designs, for example Italy, Austria, Croatia and others produced 2023 dated 20-cent circulation coins, and collectors routinely monitor mintage figures and first-year issues because modern coins sometimes become sought after if a particular year has a low mintage, an unusual national design, or a mint error. Online coin catalogs and marketplaces list many 2023 20-cent variants. Uncirculated pieces often sell for modest premiums above face value. Collecting, rarity and error coins. Although most 20-cent coins are common and worth only face value in daily commerce, coin collectors prize certain exceptions. Error coins, mules, double strikes, wrong planchette stamps, or limited mintage national issues can command prices much higher than face value. Over the years a handful of euro cent error coins, including mistruck 20-cent pieces, have entered collector lore and fetched notable sums at auction. For a casual finder, the best practice is to examine any unusually worn, misprinted or oddly toned 20-cent coin more closely and consult a numismatic reference or catalog. How the 20-cent euro compares to U.S. coins. Use in collecting context. Unlike U.S. coinage, where denominations, metallic compositions and portraiture are governed centrally by the U.S. Mint with a long tradition of portraits of presidents and national symbols, euro coins combine a common European reverse with diverse national obverses chosen by each member state. In the U.S., a comparable everyday coin in value would be the quarter, 25 cents, slightly larger and heavier than a euro 20-cent piece. But the U.S. quarter is not part of a multi-country currency union and therefore lacks the national side variety that makes euro cent collecting interesting. Compositionally, modern U.S. circulation coins are often clad copper nickel or zinc cores with copper plating for pennies, whereas the 20 cents Nordic gold gives it a consistent golden look across countries. For American collectors interested in world coins, Euro cents are attractive, low purchase price, large visual variety, national designs, and occasional surprises from minting errors or low mintage issues. Practical notes for someone in the United States handling euro coins in 2023. Euro coins are legal tender only within the euro area, so in the US they have monetary value chiefly to collectors or as currency exchange. Banks and currency exchange services will accept and convert euros, including 20-cent coins, though banks often require notes and larger coin bundles, while online marketplaces and collectors' forums buy individual coins or sets. Many travelers returning to the US keep euro cents as souvenirs. If you have many small euro coins, you can exchange them at banks or specialized currency exchange services. Some services charge a fee. A final practical collector's checklist. Quick 1. Check the country and year on the obverse. First year issues and low mintage years matter. 2. Examine for errors, double strikes, off-center, wrong planchette. 3. Compare condition to standard grading, uncirculated versus circulated. 4. Consult coin catalogs or online price guides for the country per year. 5. Note that most modern 20-cent coins are common, only a few types bring significant premiums. For deeper numismatic research, use specialist coin sites, national mint reports and auction records. The 20-cent euro coin, the 20 cents piece that people encounter daily across the euro area, is a deliberately practical and symbolic member of the first set of euro circulation coins introduced when the euro became physical cash. It belongs to the family of small, gold-colored denominations designed to be immediately recognizable in vending machines, cash tills and coin rolls, and to signal a unified European currency while still allowing each issuing country to show its own national identity on the obverse. Its story begins with the political decision to create a single European currency, which existed as accounting money from 1999 and became tangible money on the 1st of January 2002 when euro banknotes and coins were released to the public. An enormous logistical operation that replaced a dozen national currencies and required massive minting, public information campaigns and upgrades across the payments ecosystem. The common, reverse, faces of the 8 euro coin denominations were selected through European design processes and are credited to Luc Lux of the Royal Belgian Mint. His reverse design for the 20 cent originally showed a map of the then member states and was later updated in the 2007 refresh to reflect the evolving map of Europe while retaining the clear denomination mark so the coin would remain instantly identifiable. Physically, the 20 cent is striking. It is produced in a golden-looking copper alloy known as Nordic gold, a durable, non-precious alloy composed primarily of copper with small amounts of aluminium, zinc and tint, which gives the coin its color while being corrosion-resistant and hypoallergenic, a practical choice for high-volume circulation coinage. The coin's shape is also distinctive. Rather than a simple plain round edge, the 20 cent uses a Spanish flower outline with 7 broad indentations around the rim. This not only helps sighted users recognize the denomination at a glance but also assists visually impaired people to distinguish it by touch. Across the euro area, the coin has 2 faces that matter: a common reverse, the denomination and map, and a national obverse that each issuing country designs for itself. That national side is where local history, monarchs, national symbols, famous figures or artistic motifs appear, so a French 20 cent, a Finnish 20 cent and a Spanish 20 cent can look quite different even though they are all legal tender across the entire eurozone. From a production viewpoint, national mints across Europe struck billions of these coins in the years after the euro's introduction, balancing the need for durable, high-quality coins with tight cost controls. The Nordic gold alloy was chosen partly because it solved the problem of a gold-colored coin that contained no actual gold and therefore could be produced economically yet remain visually distinct from copper and silver-colored denominations. Throughout the 2000s and into the 2010s, the 20 cent continued to serve everyday commerce, change in shops, short-value transactions, parking meters and public transport, and it also became an object of modest collecting interest. Collectors pay attention to year-to-year variations, national designs, some national motifs are more sought after, mint marks, low mintage issues and occasional commemorative national sides that countries are permitted to issue under EU rules. By 2020, the coin remained firmly embedded in daily life across euro area countries. It had seen a few design refinements, notably the update of the common side in 2007 to reflect EU enlargement, and the steady rollout of new national designs as member states updated or modernized their obverse imagery. but its fundamental role, a reliable, durable 1/5 of a euro piece, clearly distinguishable by color, size and edge, had not changed. Beyond its functional role, the 20-cent coin also serves as a small cultural canvas. National obverse designs allow member states to broadcast aspects of national identity, while the common reverse underlines the broader political project of European monetary union. For coin designers and mints, this balance between recognizability, the shared reverse, and distinctive color, shape, and national expression, individual obverses and commemoratives, has been one of the more interesting design challenges since the start of the euro. Economically, the coin has been affected indirectly by shifts in retail behavior. For example, the gradual rise of cashless payments reduces the number of low-value cash transactions in some countries, and debates occasionally arise about the cost of producing low-value coins versus their utility. But as of 2020, the 20-cent remained cost-effective to produce thanks largely to modern minting processes and the relatively inexpensive Nordic gold alloy, and widely accepted in everyday transactions. Collectors, hobbyists and historians look back on the coin's first 2 decades as a neat example of how a single, small object can reflect technical choices: alloy, edge-shape design, politics, common reverse versus national obverse, the logistics of a continent-wide currency changeover, and the small cultural stories nations choose to tell on their coin faces. If one wanted to summarize the 20 cent's first chapter up to 2020, it is a deliberately engineered everyday object, practical, recognizable and robust, that also doubles as a tiny ambassador of European unity and national symbolism, produced in a modern copper alloy, carrying the work of designers such as Luke Lukes on its common face, and adapted across many national mints while remaining an unremarkable but essential part of. The 20-euro-cent coin is a small but fascinating story of modern European monetary union, combining technical innovation, continental symbolism and the ordinary quirks of everyday pocket change. Born with the physical introduction of euro cash on the 1st of January 2002, the 20-cent piece took its place immediately as the 1/5 euro denomination used across all countries that adopted the euro, a coin defined not by a single nation but by a shared common reverse and country-specific obverses. The common European side of the coin, the face showing the value and a stylized map motif, was designed by Belgian artist Luke Lukes, whose winning design was chosen in the run-up to the euro's launch. His initials LL appear on the common side of every euro coin, and his design was intended to symbolize a united Europe rather than any single capital or monarch. Technically, the coin is struck in an alloy popularly called Nordic gold, a copper-rich brass-type alloy chosen for its color, anti-corrosion properties, and because it is non-magnetic and difficult to counterfeit. The 20-cent measures about 22.25 mm in diameter and weighs roughly 5.74 grams, with the distinctive Spanish flower edge shape used on several euro-cent coins to aid the visually or tactilely impaired. Although national obverse designs differ, each euro country chose its own national side, portraits of monarchs, national symbols, historic figures or coats of arms. The common reverse and consistent specifications mean a 20-cent coin from Spain, Austria, France, Slovenia or Germany is instantly recognizable across borders and interchangeably accepted in vending machines and cash tills throughout the euro area. For the collector, small details matter. Mint marks and national mint letters, occasional commemorative or special issue national reverses, and rare minting errors can lift a single 20-cent piece from mere face value to interest among numismatists. Commercial marketplaces and auction records show many 2007 dated 20-cent coins listed both as common circulated examples and as higher value proof or uncirculated issues sold by national mints for collectors. A notable moment in the coin's design history came in the mid-2000s. After enlargement of the EU and changing political geography, the common side artwork was updated so that, as of 2007, the common side showed a continuous geographical map of Europe rather than the earlier design that referenced the then existing EU members, a subtle but symbolic move to reflect an evolving European map and integration process. This 2007 shift did not change national obverses, but it did standardize the common iconography used on the 10 to 50-cent pieces and the euro coins more generally, making the 2007 coins visually characteristic of the second phase of euro coinage. Despite the coin's European identity, 20-cent euros do show up in the United States, not as legal tender. The US issues dollars, not euros, but in the pockets of collectors. tourists returning from Europe, and in coin dealers' lots. American numismatists prize certain 20-cent pieces for scarcity, mint errors or unusual national designs, and specialist shops and online auction sites often list 2007 dated 20-cent coins from various Euro countries for sale worldwide. The 20 cents everyday roll, bought coffee, carried change, used in vending machines, counted in tills, belies the careful policy and technical choices behind it. Governments and central banks coordinated specifications, size, weight, alloy, edge to guarantee interoperability, while EU institutions and national mints negotiated the balance between a European common side that expresses union and national sides that express local identity. Over the years the 20 cent has been touched only by iterative updates, revised common reverses when maps or EU membership changed, occasional modernizations of national obverses when heads of state changed, and periodic collector releases such as proof sets and special mintings, but its fundamental role has remained constant as a stable, low-value coin designed to be robust, easily recognized and hard to counterfeit. For someone researching a 2007 20-cent coin specifically, the usual lines of enquiry are: which country issued the national obverse? France, Spain, Slovenia, Luxembourg, Austria and others each struck 20-cent pieces that year, whether the piece is a plain circulation strike or a proof collector strike, the presence of mint marks and any unusual die marks, and the coin's condition, grade, since even a common 2007 circulation coin can be of interest if it is uncirculated, proof, or carries an identifiable error. In sum, the 20-cent euro is a tidy little object that tells a much larger story. The practical work of making a single currency function across many countries, the symbolic work of showing a shared European identity while preserving national pride, and the human stories of travelers, cashiers and collectors who handled these coins every day, and the 2007 examples sit at an interesting moment in that story, the point where the euro's iconography was adjusted to reflect a changing Europe while the coin itself continued on as the reliable, familiar piece of pocket change that it remains. Key factual sources used while writing this: for technical specs, dates and the 2007 common side change, the Wikipedia article on the 20 euro cent coin and its common side and designer, official EU ECB background on the euro's launch and coin rules, central bank mint documentation explaining the 2007 map update to the common side, and numismatic price spec pages that list the coin's dimensions and alloy. If you want, I can now convert this into a recorded script timed to 10 o'clock exactly. I'll split into spoken sentence timing and mark pauses. Make a shorter 2-minute summary or a set of social media friendly bullet points, or write a country-specific 2007 20-cent history, for example, 20 cent France 2007, obverse meaning, mint marks and collector notes, tell me which country and I'll produce that next.